Alright, welcome back everyone to Yosemite Valley in Planet Zoo. It's Saturday and today we are going to finally finish this plaza area between the tropical dome and the jaguar habitat. Now, this is actually the third time I'm recording the voiceover, so please don't hate me, but I won't go through the entire time-lapse. However, there will be an equally long real-life or real-time part at the end. At around the 12-13 minute mark, you'll be able to see this whole build in real time, including some stuff that is not in the time-lapse. Now, main reason why it's not in the time-lapse is that I simply forgot to press record after I cleaned my hard drive. Now, let me just quickly get off a few things about this build before I then leave you alone with the music today. It's not because I don't want to, but I recorded it 3 times and it feels actually pretty weird now. I don't know why. I just found a new key on my keyboard, which was always there, but it seems I never pressed it, which, like, in a second deletes your recording and you cannot restore it. And I don't know why Premiere Pro does it. I have absolutely no idea. Anyways, it happened and now I kind of blocked this key. I unbind it so that this can't happen again. Now, this build today is inspired by all of these wonderful little restaurants that act also like a wedding space or as a celebration area for company events and stuff like that. You know, all these kind of old buildings that you find all basically across the globe that have been a little kind of, I don't know, a building with a bigger purpose in the past. So let's say like kind of countrysides or like windmills or mills in general, or like water mills over here, which don't really have a function anymore nowadays. And they just all found another way of making money. So the main idea behind this here is that I wanted to create this area as a space that is a little bit separated from the zoo. Like, it's not really part of the zoo. Obviously, yes, once the zoo is open, this area can be used. There's a restaurant over here and, you know, people can go across that bridge into this area. The main idea is that this building and the connected terrace and stuff like that is not meant to be like a full part of the zoo. So especially if the zoo is closed, for example, off season, then this building still can be opened and can be like a destination for some hikers, or, like, as I said, for people that have like a company event or like an event in general, or as a wedding or like a birthday location, whatever. So I really think that this is the main idea about this, and that's why I wanted to deconnect this a little bit from the zoo. I think I succeeded quite well in the end. And yeah, you will see this while there is going to be the real-time part later on. However, let me just also introduce a few other things I wanted to quickly talk about. Like, the last couple of days I haven't had any internet. I don't know what exactly happened here. There is only 1 day of a break on this channel, mainly because I did already upload a lot of videos and I could already release them. But it was also good to have the Friday off, I guess, also for you, for me. Maybe you guys could catch up a little bit. At least it seemed that people caught up to a few episodes, which is good. But now we are back to speed, and I have something prepared for you guys, which I really hope that you're all looking forward to. It is an inspiration and design tips and tricks series. Now I have never really thought about doing these. I thought, okay, people take the inspiration from my builds anyways, but in the last couple of weeks the voices got louder and louder of people asking for a type of video like that, and these videos seem to do overall very well at the moment, and just like people seem to really enjoy them a lot. So I thought, okay, let's investigate what I could do, and I packed together a series of 7 videos for you, inspiration videos, with a lot of these builds, taken mainly from Yosemite Valley, because there's basically everything in here that you can imagine of, which is cool, and I'm like very happy to say so. But I'm also including some workshop elements, because there's some stuff in the workshop that is just better than mine. I have to fully see that, and therefore I'm going to use that to give you the inspiration with the, obviously, with the props and kudos to the people that created it. Now, I really hope that you're looking forward to it. If you are a fan of that, make sure to also subscribe if you haven't already, because then you get the notification, because you know how YouTube runs nowadays. They they think they know what you want, and so they only suggest stuff that you're following. It's kind of weird, right? I don't know, in the last couple of weeks I started to think more and more about this wonderful bubble that is called YouTube and algorithms and stuff. It's actually funny because it's funny because the stuff that you are having on your YouTube front page and that is suggested to you is obviously based on your behavior, how you consume the media. But it almost is like that it's kind of a vicious circle anyways, because what you watch is also basically then creating what YouTube suggests to you, and you basically after a time there is something like a loop and a bubble in which you are kind of stuck, because no matter what you do, you won't find anything completely new, because YouTube doesn't suggest anything new to you, because it suggests what you have already looked at. So the algorithms work basically with the interests of your past, and that I found this very interesting because that doesn't really allow for some new content by default. So you have to really actively look for new content. And with that knowledge in mind, I think it's very interesting to look at these bubbles, and I potentially will make some kind of a podcast about this in the future. Anyhows, you can see the bridges created, and that is the perfect segue for me to slowly end already my talking here, because I do talk a lot in the real-time part. Now, as I've done this already, I know what I'm talking about, which is good, and you will see a lot of my thoughts and my process in there. I'm going to talk about this in the real-time part. And for now, I can only tell you, just enjoy the rest of the time-lapse with the music. And also make sure to check out my Instagram or my Discord channel. There's a lot new stuff for you guys in there. I set up in the 2 days where I had not time to do anything else. So just have a look and enjoy. But now, have fun with the time-lapse and see you in the real-time part. Alright, so here we are in the area, and you can see already that quite a few things changed. There's a lot of foliage in here that you haven't seen in the time-lapse. There we go with the canopies over here. You can already tell that they're over here, but I wanted to hide them as good as I can from the water, so that, as I said, there is a bit of privacy going on. To the left hand side you can see it's going into the backstage area. I haven't hidden it away completely yet. There will still be a little bit to do, but you can see there's already this kind of generic wall in here, and again, this is exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to feel this area as if the zoo ended here, and this, for example, this building, like the mill and the water wheel building, the little restaurant, is always been there. It never been part of the zoo. So actually the zoo ends here, so this is also why we do have these very generic mural walls in, because I imagine that this is what you would do anyways, and then if we cross the bridge you get into this area which is meant to be the restaurant. And yeah, as I said, the restaurant as it stands now, I think it looks absolutely gorgeous, because you come over here, you have the water feature. At the moment there is nothing trickling down. I guess I will put a VFX in there, I'm not sure, maybe you guys can tell me if you want one in there or not. You can see the dome peeking through just a little bit, but I want you to feel to be in another area. I want you to feel that this is a separated area, okay? So we have a bit of water here, you can see it trickling down here, floating. It's just like very calm. We have this water feature in the middle, the well. There's still some garbage lying around. And yeah, I made another, as you have seen in the time-lapse, I made a bit of another shade here. I just figured that it's nicer to have a lot of these shades when you're standing in line, that you stand below. But you still have these things down here, the shutters and stuff. And yeah, there's some planting going on, maybe self-sufficient for a bit, like salad or whatever you have in here. And then there is the toilet at this other hand side. And if we turn around, we do have the seating area of the restaurant here. I would love to do a bit more of fencing and stuff to make a bit more guidance where the people can sit and stuff, but you know, as we don't have curbs and barriers in the game right now, I don't want to destroy this area too much. Like in here there are bins, so people would not run into this, but I really want to make sure that as soon as we leave the guests in, I want them to go here and sit down. I'm just going to go to the edge of this here, because one thing I wanted to have is this wonderful view inside of the bison habitat. Like, you can really tell when you look over to this side, this is a wonderful view. Look at that. You can really spot the waterfall in the back. You can see the bisons roaming around in the water, swimming, enjoying their time. It's really like a lovely view. I mean, just imagine you have this seat over here. Let me just show you. Okay, but you're in a very calm area, can sit down, have a drink or something, and then you sit down here, okay? And then you have this one. This view is like all the time around you. I mean, that's just like incredible, isn't it? It's really cool. If you turn to the left hand side, you can watch the other side of the river. I do need to do some foliage work in here. Like if we just go a bit closer to this border over here, you can definitely tell that there is a need to make some foliage work down here. This is something I haven't tackled. I definitely need to, but still you have this awesome view into the valley area. And what I like especially about this now is it's coming together like a lot now. You can only see some elements peek through, but all in all it looks almost like a forest, and this is what I wanted to maintain. This is Yosemite Valley. It's not a zoo. It has no skyline. It has no certain things. So yeah, just all in all, it's very, very nice, and I think it really exactly achieves what I wanted to achieve with all this here. So yeah, I'm quite happy. I'm happy about the building. It looks simple, but I think it's looking detailed enough for the area in here. But yeah, let's just move over. I'm just gonna go a bit quicker here. And then you can see this is the plaza. I changed a lot of things about this plaza. So I completely changed the ground. I wanted to make it feel almost like this is all nature over here. You can see that there's this this soil, almost soil-like texture for the ground. It doesn't really feel like an actual pathway. I didn't want to have some concrete here or stone or tarmac or whatever. I wanted to feel this natural. Yeah, okay, you can definitely tell I put some of these bins in here to make sure that people do not run into the trees. I might want to change this bin though, but yeah, I hope we get some curbs at some point in the game. And yeah, we have some crappy little fencing going on here, just following the way. And again, this should be just very natural. I do have an idea also about this will be next episode, will be a huge change in the overall terrain work. So we might get some more light in here, who knows. But yeah, let's just go up here this staircase so you can see the rest of this area from above. As I said, this is the recreation area for the people that bring their own stuff, so they can really sit down below these things and, you know, just grab a bench here, sit down, make yourself a picnic, and, you know, just enjoy the view. And as I said, this is a bit more calm, a bit more relaxing. It's not as, you know, it's not as noisy or whatever. So as we go further to this side, you can see there's another area where you can sit down, and then to the left hand side you can even go one level more up. And this is, I believe, this would be the perfect spot. This is the one that everyone wants to go to, this spot over here where you want to sit, because that's the most quiet one from this side. You can overlook the entrance to the dome. You might even be able to spot some animals climbing inside the dome. You have a little bit of a glimpse into the backstage area, but all over it's just very calm and relaxing over here. If you turn around, you can see the waterfall of this area where the jaguars are in, but you're not just yet there. You don't just know what's going on. So I think it's really the perfect combination of having a bit of a more calm, relaxed situation here, but still have the overlook about this area. But yeah, let me just quickly go down here and show you from the other side. Whoops, sorry for moving maybe a bit too fast. Yeah, there you go. You can see that I also changed a bit of the sidelines here. I implemented a bit more water towards this pathway. I dragged it a little bit more out, and yeah, I just overall did a lot more foliage work down here, so it almost looks a bit more nice and, I don't know, just a bit overgrown. And yeah, I think overall it looks really cool. We are now getting to a point where this area is really finished and really nice looking. Oh, look at that. Why are you going here? Like, what reason makes you go here? That is interesting. Dude, have you found your animal you're looking for, or just wandering around? Huh? Okay, never mind. But it's good to see that they move here as well. But yeah, this is the area. Let's just move out so I can show it to you from above. God, it will be very hard to find the perfect thumbnail for today's episode, because as great as the area looks, it's really not like thumbnail worthy. It's very kind of overgrown and very, very lush, very green, as it should be. And the restaurant is a bit more open. I feel like this is where they chopped some trees to have some open space here and have some sunlight and stuff. You know, imagine they do some weddings and stuff. They need some sunlight for good photos and so on. So yeah, I think it's realistic to have less bigger trees in here. But the more you go over to the side, it's again very much more lush and more trees and stuff. So yeah, just carrying forward with how the zoo overall is. It's a bit more overgrown here than in the rest of the zoo. So I might go and add some more trees overall into the zoo, make it even more overgrown, especially around the chimpanzee area. This is one of the areas I definitely need to improve when it comes to foliage. I haven't done the entire area here, so I might do this off screen as well, or maybe in a live stream, who knows. But yeah, so this is this is the whole dome area now, and I love that you have some more open spaces in front, which looks very open, very flowing, but then to the back you cannot really tell where the pathway is, and this is exactly what I wanted. You know, you really have to figure where the people need to go. It's almost like a little hiking trail, and I really do like this. I think this is a very cool thing. And now, as for the next episode, we will take care of the grizzly reintroduction program, which will be sitting over here. And what we are going to do, oh my god, I'm really not looking forward to this, but we have to do it. So this thing will be turned into El Capitan, and this area over here will get like a very, let's say it's gonna be a lot less steep, and we will have a very subtle incline towards the top here, so that this entire area will be the grizzly reintroduction program. And I'm trying to make this entire area a bear habitat, so I can throw in a lot more bears than only 2. You know, since it's Sandbox, I don't even need to make too much to worry too much about it. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to make this look good, and somehow also bring in my creative idea to make this a reintroduction program. So maybe just having a little bit of a habitat down here where people can look at, and then we have a big gate where they can go into the wild, and then have like this whole mountain face completely designed, taking some of these, you know, stone textures and making it look like the other side. So really a lot more detail. I think it really helps the zoo to look a lot better, and I want to make sure that maybe I have to bring the whole thing a lot more down, mainly to get some more sun in, because as you can see, it blocks the sun quite dramatically, even though I don't really get why, but it's almost like you can just follow that line over here, and it puts all of that in the shade, which I don't want. So I'm really thinking to completely drag this whole thing towards the back a lot, and make El Capitan basically go here, and then just have a bit more of a subtle incline with a lot more plants and stuff, so that the sun has a bit more light to go, to bring in, and just not make this all being completely in the shadow, because it really, I think it takes away from the beauty of the zoo too much. So yeah, I'm really thinking to make this a bit nicer. Anyhows, that should be it about today's episode. Let me just bring back the sun into our area. Here we go. This is almost like the best I can get it to. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of a, again, without animals, but trust me, next episode will be again with animals, so look forward to this if you are an animal person. But we will bring the grizzly bears back in, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Have a wonderful Saturday, and goodbye. One more thing though, sorry, I'm not yet gone. I'm incredibly thankful for all the people who recently became members on this channel. It means really a lot to me, and I really wanted to thank you guys so much. Yeah, I just mentioned this briefly in last episode, and like so many people decided to become members. I'm feeling really happy, and you guys are incredible, and I just wanted to, you know, take this few moments to say thanks to all of you guys. Again, you are so great, and yeah, feel hugged. Stay safe, everyone, and yeah, now I wish you all a very happy Saturday. See you tomorrow in the next video. Until then, have a great time, and goodbye.